Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's Oscar and we're back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Matsui Clay Poker Chips. So this is something Matsui did for a very short amount of time. I've tried researching information here for about a week or so and can't find anything to do with them. And the only reason I have these Matsui poker chips is because of a good friend, Mikko from Finland. And if you guys have been around for the channel for quite a while, you guys know the last time I was in Finland, Mikko was nice enough to send me a little care package, right? In that care package, there was some World Trade Center chips, some BCC hot stamp chips, and a few other chips. But I happen to be, in a thread. There was this kind of newish member from last year who joined, and he was able to find some Matsui Clay chips in Japan, of all places. And from those Japan chips, he got 1,000 of them shipped here to the US, and inside of them, these aren't the same chips that he got, but the same colors and everything. So interestingly enough, there are, at least what I have, I hope you guys can see this, there's 4 different chips I have here. So 3 of them are on a Matsui house mold, and then 1 of them is on a hat and cane, like a Paulson mold. So I tried researching, trying to figure out where these chips came from, who manufactured them and whatnot, because Matsui didn't manufacture these. Matsui hasn't made anything as far as a clay chip, from their factory, from what I know. And, I've talked to Matsui directly. I have an amazing friend called Roxana there. She's amazing, super, super cool. Roxana, I asked her, she said, yeah, they did them for a very short amount of time. And it's very interesting, though, because the chips, they obviously feel like Paulsons. And I don't think Matsui necessarily had the equipment to manufacture these chips. But here's one of them. This is one of the Paulson hat and cane mold ones. Super cool, very, very, colorful and bright. And it has this Matsui, logo in the middle. And the same thing goes for this brown one, which is on the Matsui house mold as well. The artwork on this one is a little bit more detailed, a little bit more colorful and full of color compared to the other one. And then you also have this gray one. This one and the brown one are basically the same, but these are beautiful in color. They all have these 3D 1/4 edge spots. And then I also got this one from Mikko, which is a hot stamp on a lighter kind of feeling chip with just the M Matsui mold. So very cool, very unique, and chips I've never seen before. I kind of wanted to hold off on making this video until I found out a little bit more research, but there really isn't much out there. There's one thread on PCF talking about Matsui Clay chips. It's the same guy that imported the 1,000 chips from Japan, and I have a feeling they came from Japan because one of Matsui's headquarters is in Japan. They have a headquarters here in the US, Japan, the UK, basically all over the world. I believe they have one in Mexico as well. But Japan is kind of like the main headquarters, right? So most of the manufacturing is done in Korea. The headquarters in Japan, closest to Korea. And then obviously that's kind of their Asia culture. They have a European culture in, I believe it was Italy or the UK. And then they have US. I think they have a few different places around the US for headquarters, but there is one here in Las Vegas, and that's where Roxana is based. So pretty cool that, when I went to G2E this year, this was the first year I met her. I've known her for, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years now. Never met her in person, but she's really cool, really knowledgeable about all the products that Matsui has. And definitely, if that's something you want to, go towards, you want to get Matsui poker chips, you want to get the plaques, you want to get plaque racks, you want to get racks in general, definitely reach out to Roxana because she will help you quite a bit. But going back to the chips, these chips are very unique. I've never really seen anything like them before until I saw this thread on PCF. And I wish I had more of them so I could do an actual review about them because they're unique. The chips are beautiful. So many different colors. They all have circular inlays, all 3D 1/4 spots like I mentioned, and they definitely look like they were manufactured by somebody like Paulson because, what other place does custom house molds? Paulson obviously had a subsidiary version, which was BCC, which was after TRK, and then BCC, I'm not sure where the equipment went for BCC, but Paulson turned into GPI, and now it's owned by Angel. So I'm not sure if manufacturing is still done in Mexico, but I believe at the time that these chips were made, manufacturing was still done here in Nevada, which was all the way up until like 2014, 2015, I believe, and then everything moved to Mexico. So like I said, there's not a ton of research out there, and even the guy that imported them from Japan did a lot of research over the past few days. This was back in September, and he seems that they're pretty rare. And even somebody more knowledgeable in the space called BG and GA, their clay chips weren't offered by Matsui very long. You have 1,000 more chips than anybody else I know. Even picks are scarce. So it's really, really cool to see these chips. Like I said, let alone seeing racks of them, super cool. I think there's only one or two other people that might have as much quantity as this guy in PCF, and that ultimately makes these sets and chips, pretty valuable because there's not many of them out there. So if you have one of these, or if you have barrels or racks, or even just a few of them, you've got something cool on your hands. So welcome to the club. Nice to meet you. And yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's cool to have something that most people don't have. That's kind of what I love about the hobby. Even like this Equip Boys Club 50. I haven't seen many of these. I mean, I've seen a little bit of quantity here and there, but I personally don't know anybody that has a whole lot of quantity out there. Same thing goes with this Equip Boys Club 20. Not many people have this chip, and it's cool to say that you even have one. So same thing goes with the Matsui Clays. I love them. Not really 100% sure what I'm gonna do with them, other than just keep them in there tight, keep them in nice condition, and when it comes to my time to pass it on to the next person, I'll just do that and explain the story, show them the video, and hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as I did. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick video about these chips. If you have any Matsui Clay chips, put that in the description or in the comments down below. If you have any other rare chips that you want other people to know about, or if you want to share anything, put those in the comments as well. If you enjoyed the video at any time, please drop a like. If you're new here, please consider subscribing below. Share the video with your friends and families, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ain't nobody like me. Ain't nobody like me. Ain't nobody like me.